is Amy with TPF, Trips, Places, and Fun. We are here at Silver Dollar City, our first visit of the season. So we are very excited. Now this is Monday the 15th. The 13th and 14th was open to season pass holders. This is the first day that it's open to the public. The first thing that we noticed was coming in, driving in, there was no line. So that is something that is exceptional.
No traffic. Look at the parking lot.
Yeah, I know. Empty. This is very unique for a summer day in Silver Dollar City in June. So that is pretty amazing. So we're expecting not a lot of people here today, I think. In a minute, we're gonna get inside and we'll give you a tour of the entire park, what's different, what's been affected by the regulations, and then what's open, what's closed right now. But first, it looks like we have to go through this tent up here and probably answer health questions and let's see, have our temperatures taken and that sort of thing. Okay, here we are all masked up. So this is what you'll see for the rest of the day, except for maybe when we're eating. All right, so we went through the tent and we got our bands. And they take our temperatures with one of the guns. They don't actually have to touch your forehead, but it isn't a, what were we thinking to be like, kind of like a metal detector you thought it might be, but it ended up being just the guns that they point at you. And
the tram here it's roped off, so you can only get on certain seats.
Yep, so every other seat on the tram they use, every other row I should say. So they have actual metal detectors now. When you go through bag security, you will also go through a metal detector.
It's taking a little bit longer to get in the front. Actually quite a bit longer.
Okay, so here we are on the square. Behind me is the hymn sing-along. We have made it through the gate. Just a little bit about the process to get through. First, you go through that medical tent where you have your temp taken and respond to some health questions. Then if you need to go through ticketing, you have to wait in line. That was a very long line, so I highly recommend having your tickets ahead of time. After that, you go through baggage check and the metal detector.
So they can skip that long line if they have their, like a season pass or the ticket ahead of time. So don't get your tickets here.
And your reservation. You have to have your ticket and reservation ahead of time to skip the ticketing line. After you go through bag check, you go through the turnstile, so you have to wait to show that reservation, show that ticket. So it is a longer process, but if you have everything ready to go, it'll be a little bit shorter for you.
Yep, what do we got going back behind us here? This is what, the hymn sing-along?
I said that at the beginning.
You already said that?
Yes, I said here we are.
Well, I want to emphasize it because hymns are the best. I listen to hymns all the time, don't I?
You can't see me, but I'm smiling right now. All right, so this is the Mill Restaurant behind me. It is all set up for breakfast right now. It looks like they have gone to family style. It used to be a buffet. Now they're doing family style, so they bring you your portions to your table and your family shares it. So a safer way to do it instead of going through a buffet.
So if you want to get here early, I think this main street opens around 8 or 8:30. You can come early, eat breakfast, wait for the opening ceremonies, and then head out onto the park at 9:30.
Well, welcome back.
Thank you.
Are we excited to be here?
We are excited.
Are you bandits?
You guys.
No.
Uh-oh.
I think you all need a big group hug.
Oh, no, you can't do that. You can't.
Oh, no. 6 feet away.
Everybody like this.
I prefer the jazz hands.
There you go.
There you go.
We're causing problems. I think we better leave.
Great to see y'all. Bye, thank you. All right, so here's the 60th anniversary tribute here.
How sad that Silver Dollar City had to wait so long to open for their 60th anniversary.
I know, but here we are.
And Amy, the sign inside the ice cream shop that was hung for my
Your dad.
we had somebody that loves TPF got their picture next to that sign. I thought that was cool.
Yes, that was cool. They said that it was his first trip to Silver Dollar City, and the first thing he wanted to do was take a picture with the TPF ice cream sign, your dad's sign that's hanging inside the ice cream parlor. So that's super sweet. We love seeing that. Thank you guys for sharing that. First impressions is that it is quite slow. So that is nice of us for those that can get the reservations and get inside, not to have to deal with so many people with such big crowds. So I guess that is one plus to the new way that they're doing it.
Amy, I was listening to what you were saying, but my eyes were diverted to something behind you.
What? Oh, they serve Starbucks now at Sullivan's Mill.
Guess where we have to go now?
How excited are you?
I'm super excited.
Rumors.
Can you see how excited I am?
No, you gotta read our emotion in our eyes because you can't tell from our smiling faces. But we had heard the Starbucks rumor and we confirmed that it is true. Hi, we heard that you serve Starbucks coffee now.
If you want to take off your mask, which I did, it's good to have a drink in your hand. Starbucks at Silver Dollar City. I just have entered into another realm of happy. All right, so we just learned from the wonderful ladies in Sullivan's Mill that Silver Dollar City is limiting guests to 6,100, right, Amy?
Yeah, that's what they said. And so that would be probably around 25% of capacity. So even if they sell out reservations for the day, it's not gonna feel like a ton of people on park. And I don't even think we're there today. I think it's slower than that today.
Now for all of you who are wondering, which I'm sure is a whole bunch of people, hello, how are you?
Good, thank you.
That's another friendly employee here at Silver Dollar City, a citizen as they call them. Wondering the mask thing. Now we're using these, which I don't know if they're hotter or cooler. They may be hotter, but people are saying that if you actually get these really wet, and it cools you down.
What do they call these, gators?
Gators, I think.
Yeah, they're nice because you can easily take them off and on. But if you need to take it off, let's say to eat or drink, then you can pull it down and then quickly pull it back up. Whereas, you know, another mask, you're kind of like dealing with the ear things and all that. So I don't know, I like these for that reason. They may be a little bit hotter though. I don't know. Mine's really lightweight, so it's not too bad as of yet.
Yeah, if you get one of these, don't get one of the like the ski winter ones. You don't want that. You got to make sure it's light, and so they're a little more fashionable than the surgical masks, huh? Yeah, pretty designs.
It's all about fashion, yeah. So I was able to choose this cute floral pattern. And John, of course, has the cool black. Looks like a bank robber. So you've got these hand sanitizing stations all throughout the park, and they of course are asking everybody to sanitize and wash your hands more often. So look for these everywhere you go.
So the crafts people are out. I don't know if as many as is normal, but this guy's working down here. Let's go see what he's doing.
Oh, he's making what looks to be a rolling pin, right? Something like that.
I believe so.
Very cute.
So Amy, this is a water ride, and from what I understand, on water rides you do not have to wear a mask, although you noticed that they did have theirs on.
And I also noticed the people that plunged down the hill had their masks on and they got all wet. Looks like Wildfire is closed, so we were going to go watch people riding it, and we're not able to get on, so yep.
How sad.
Yeah.
Ooh, she has a funnel cake. Should we go take it from her?
Should we follow her and be like, ooh, no. We just saw that the Skillets were open around the corner, but the actual Lumber Camp restaurant looks like it is closed, or is it just too early?
Well, it could be too early, but it's almost 11. We'll know more.
I'll ask her.
Ooh, ask the lady. There we go.
Do they open for lunch or are they closed all day? They open at 11. Okay, thank you.
And there you have it, inside info.
They open at 11. We're here too early. I don't know what time it is.
It's 11:15.
Oh, okay, so 15 minutes.
So the saloon show is not taking place indoors. We're gonna have to go find it. It is taking place, I believe, at the Boatworks Theater.
Awesome. That'll be interesting to see it outside. It seems very unique compared to what we've been used to seeing for years and years.
And Fire in the Hole is open. There's a long line.
Yeah.
But we don't always know how long the lines are because there's a lot more spacing between people.
That's true. They may look longer than they really are. I will say it is very light attendance today, which is kind of nice. So I was afraid that it was going to be really stressful. We didn't bring the kids today because we wanted to get a feel for how it would be. But actually, because there's so few people on park, it's actually very relaxing, and I don't feel unsafe. There's lots of space, so it's nice actually.
And Amy?
And I just said actually like 3 times.
And actually
and definitely, I think are my things I love to say.
Actually, definitely.
Okay, so here we are at Fire in the Hole. Here on Fire in the Hole, they are requiring you to wear masks on the rides. We're trying to figure out whether that's going to be the same for every single ride or whether roller coasters they might have you take it off. We don't know yet, but here at Fire in the Hole you are required to wear your mask. Also, they are spacing people out quite a lot. So it's a good thing they have limited capacity because if they are not filling up the cars, it would take a long time. So if you see a line here, it's probably for that reason that they're just putting, a couple groups on in the cars at a time.
So I bet if you combine the fact that they are doing every other row along with the fact that they are spacing out in the line, I bet that would equal a regular line.
Probably, yeah.
So this is a long line for Fire in the Hole right here.
Yeah, it does look like a long line, but like we said, just not being able to put very many people on each ride is probably making that.
Making it what?
You want me to finish that sentence? Making that look longer or take a little bit longer or whatever. You guys fill in the blanks. I like to do that. I like to stop my sentence in the middle and let y'all finish it.
Yeah, little Burton family inside info. It's very common in our household for someone to ask Amy a question and she doesn't respond at all. And time goes by and then she just responds, and by then we already think we have the answer from someone else.
I mean, it just takes me a while to process, and I've always been like that. My dad's the same way. And so you ask me or my dad a question and we'll just process. And it's not that we are ignoring anybody, it's just that we're thinking about it. And then so like 3 minutes later, we may be like, oh yes, the answer is yes, or whatever.
Yeah, it makes living with her a little challenging at times, but it's wonderful.
Oh, of course it is. Just like living with you is so
Okay,
wonderful.
stop talking now. You ran out of words. It's all over for you.
Behind me is the Opera House. This is normally where Reuben's swashbuckling adventure would take place. That's that fun pirate musical that we saw last year. Loved it. It was a great show. It is not going on right now, unfortunately. Here we are at Powder Keg. It is a pretty long line. It seems like they may only be running one train since we've been waiting kind of a long while to see one come out, but it is open and the line seems kind of long. Again, there's social distancing during in the line, so that makes it look longer, and they're probably greatly limiting seating on the ride itself. So the lines I think are going to be a little bit long, but since they're limiting capacity in park, hopefully they won't be much longer than you would get normally when you come on a busy day in the summer.
Yeah, and you compare it with somewhere else like, Disney World or, where you're waiting an hour or 90 minutes in line for a ride. It's not anywhere near that. Maybe 10, 15 minutes.
Yeah, it's hard to tell. We'd have to ask somebody who gets off how long they waited.
And there's still no train. I bet it's been a good 4 or 5 minutes. I've been waiting for a train to come up. Still nothing. All right, here we go. For some reason, it was a good 8 or 9 minutes. Oh, look at this. That's an employee, which means this is a test ride. A test ride here. Something must have been wrong. That's what the delay was all about. One solitary single Silver Dollar City citizen on the front. And that ain't a bad job to have. Roller coaster tester at Silver Dollar City. As long as everything's working.
Did they run that whole train with one person?
Yeah, I was just telling everybody that was a Silver Dollar City employee, a staff member, a citizen.
Okay.
So they must.
Maybe they're testing it.
They're
for some
testing it.
reason.
So what would it be like to have the job here at Silver Dollar City as roller coaster tester?
The citizen who gets to ride all the rides.
Right. As long as everything is okay.
Right. That's true. That's true. It sounds really fun, but you're like the safety tester.
Right.
So yeah, I see that. It's like being the wine taster for the king in the olden days when you're trying to figure out if there's poison in it.
Right.
Yeah.
But based on what I can tell, everything is going swimmingly.
Yes. You are required to wear your mask on Powder Keg. In fact, they tell you that if you do not wear it, they will stop the ride and sanitize everything before they start it back up. So you don't want to be that person, right? We are right across from Crossroads Pizza by where you can get wax hands and wax roses. And they have this new theater area right behind me. It says Tom and Huck Present, and Chris Stanley, the comedian, is back there. So it looks like they've created another outdoor show area, which is a smart thing.
And Chris Stanley is hilarious in our favorite show in Branson,
Smoke on the Mountain, which is at the IMAX.
I think they're opening back up July 1st.
So very soon.
I'll give you some tips, follow the tips to see something really amazing. This is really cool. You're gonna love this. Now don't look away. Make sure both eyes are on the disc. Don't overthink it. Just let your brain zone out. Just absorb the movement of the disc.
Tom and Huck's River Blast is open right behind me. Now this will get you soaking wet. Even getting too close up there, you can get soaking wet because people will squirt you. But that's open if you need a reprieve from the heat. And then over here we have Crossroad Pizza, and their doors are wide open, so it looks like you can go in and get some pizza.
And that's our kind of our go-to restaurant when the kids are with us.
It is probably the most economical way on park to feed a family. And we have a big family, there's 7 of us. So we'll go there and get a pizza or 2 and we can feed everybody.
And Amy, you probably haven't noticed, but what is that behind you?
Oh, I haven't noticed. How exciting, you guys. It looks like Mystic River Falls is getting very close.
Yep.
Wow, what
It's
a change since we
right
were here 5.5
there.
months ago, huh?
I know.
That is exciting.
All right, here in the Dockside Theater, we have the Sons of Silver Dollar.
Just me and nature's friend. All right, Rick, here we go. Play some back home, come on music that comes from the heart.
The barn swing is open behind me. High-low silos are not. It looks like they're sanitizing between each ride, so that's going to take a little longer as well as limited capacity. So again, the lines may be a little longer, but it's worth it for our safety.
So you're saying you're going to ride the barn swing today, Amy?
I actually, this is one ride I've ridden in the past a long time ago, and it was not my thing. So I never ride the barn swing.
I think it's fun.
Yeah, I mean, it's fun if that's your thing, but for me, it wasn't my thing.
Oh yeah, I just caught somebody sanitizing, Amy.
All right.
So that's what they were doing.
Yep.
Let's go check out Outlaw Run, the best roller coaster on park.
Now, Outlaw Run, it says the wait time is 0 minutes, and I don't see a line yet, so maybe that's true. We'll have to go back and see if it looks like people are getting right on. The train is seating every other row. And now let's take a look at Outlaw Run. Are they running 2 trains? Does it look that way?
They are running 2 trains.
So yeah.
And there's a 3rd train. You hear the sound, the whistle? That's a different train.
Yeah. The steam train also.
Steam train. All right, yep. It looks like masks are required on this ride as well. They're seating every other row. Someone just said, "Go TPF." They shouted.
It's the new Rivertown Smokehouse. We saw this being built last season, and now it's here and it's open. We're gonna go have lunch. We did get to sample some of this food. last year when they made the announcement for Mystic River Falls. They gave us some samples and it is awesome. So I'm looking forward to eating it again.
And Amy, over here is the world famous cinnamon bread. They moved this over here this year.
Oh, they did. Interesting.
Very, very nice in here.
Look how cute it is with all the logs in the front. Aw, it's adorable. All right, ooh, it smells great. Smoked turkey salad, burnt in, ooh, they have burnt in salad, field greens, beef burnt ends, and barbecue vinaigrette. Hi.
How are you doing?
Good, wow, it all looks wonderful.
He wants to be on camera.
He's a ham? Isn't that what you guys are serving?
We're not serving ham.
Oh,
okay.
no ham, all right. So I'm gonna do the one meat platter. Which do you recommend, the brisket or the pork?
I would say brisket.
Okay, with the brisket. Wow. Okay, I think I'm gonna do the baked beans. And then I will do the bread and butter pickles.
So you can, through the cracks, you can see the water. So that is Mystic River Falls. All right, Amy, here we are, our very first meal in this new wonderful place right next to Mystic River Falls.
It looks amazing. So I have these yummy baked beans. This is, what did they call it? Some sort of pickle salad. So it's like cucumbers marinated. And then I got brisket, barbecue sauce.
And then I got the pulled pork, beans, and mac and cheese. And we did get our mugs for the year. So the refills on these mugs are super cheap. Do you remember how much exactly it was?
Oh, I can't remember, like $1.80 or something for regular, and then specialty or a little bit more. And these are good through June 13th of next year, so this is a pretty good investment. We are sitting right next to this big fence thing here, wall here, and our guess is that these boards will be coming down later on when Mystic River Falls is complete, so that when you're sitting here you can overlook the ride. It looks that way. Sounds exciting. Now here at the, the way you get your food has changed a little bit. There are no self-serve drinks. There are no self-serve like barbecue pumps. No place really to get napkins. They give you your silverware. You don't grab your own silverware. So all that is different. They are spacing out the seating. They're sanitizing tables between every group. There's a little sign here on the table that says, please allow someone to clean between use, that sort of thing. So they're taking the safety very seriously, and things have changed quite a bit, but I think in a good way, and not a way that really affects the magic of Silver Dollar City. I think we were nervous about, coming to Silver Dollar City and it just not being magical anymore, but so far it hasn't been bad at all, and actually the lighter crowds have been really nice, so I still think it has the magic.
So right next door, Amy, is this world famous cinnamon bread.
Yeah, Clarabelle's cinnamon bread right across from the Rivertown Smokehouse. Yeah. Are they the best ever? I wish, I'm guessing they're not gluten-free. I can only do gluten-free. If they were, I would have a couple of them. They look amazing. Oh, any 2 cookies for $5. I am so sad right now, my dietary limitations, but thank you.
Hey, look at this. This is a mask-free resting place.
They're calling it the Rivertown Resting House, so you can go in there and have air conditioning, mask-free resting place.
Look at that, guy has his mask off right there.
So you can go inside, take a cool break, right? Is that your, yeah.
Why don't you take your mask off since we're in here?
Well, I think you can actually go into the river.
Oh.
Yeah, I think they actually have you able to go in the air conditioning and rest and take your masks off as long as you socially distance. Yep, look.
Well, how cool is that?
The whole place is broken into reserved sections for families and groups.
Hi, guys.
So this is where people come to cool off and take their mask off, huh?
That's a great idea because it can get hot out there, especially with these on.
So here, not only do you get to be in an area to take your mask off, but you get to go inside where it's cool.
And it's huge. They have it all. Did you get some video of it? All spaced out with, reserved for each family group, and you can just go in there. And although today it hasn't been too hot yet, so.
Well, it's a little warm.
Well, you're carrying around all your gear. I only have this. Here's Firemen's Landing.
Firemen's Landing is open. I don't know if everything will be open in here. We'll take a look.
I heard the ball pit's closed, which that makes sense. It'd be hard to sterilize all of those balls.
All right, Amy, so it looks like rides are open, but the splash pad over here, not.
Not open. And then I believe the ball pit to be closed, but let's check and make sure.
Yes, it is closed.
Yeah, the play area is closed. And then, yep, the ball pit's closed as well. So, yep, all these areas closed.
But all the rides are open.
But you got rides open, so little ones can come and ride the Lucky Ride and, you know, the balloons and all that. So, still a lot to do.
So, Amy, one question that a lot of parents are having in some of the groups that I'm a part of is how are kids handling the masks? For example, one person said that there's no place for the kids to cool off, like this splash pad.
Yeah.
And so it's difficult, but as we're looking around, it seems to be working all right.
Yeah, I mean, all the kids I've seen pretty much are wearing masks. Occasionally I'll see one sitting down with their parents with it off. But I mean, I think the most difficult part would be the younger you get. So if you have a 3-year-old who's required to wear a mask, that could be tricky. But all the older children seem to be handling it just fine.
Hey, check it out, Amy. So this is the new home of the Saloon Show.
And it looks like we have some seating still left.
Starts in 10 minutes.
The outdoor version of it. It has changed quite a bit. It's a new show, different from last year. And of course, they're not serving the root beer floats and the peanuts and stuff like that anymore. But still a very fun show and a must-see here at Silver Dollar City.
And no audience participation.
Oh, that's true. I did notice that as well. No audience participation. When they needed an audience member, they just got another cast member. And a couple of funny nods to social distancing and, you know, sanitization and stuff like that. It's kind of funny. I'm in the middle of the Grand Exposition where you can ride rides. Great place to bring the kids of all ages. We got, let's see, the electro spin going back here, some swings over here, little roller coaster back here. So lots of fun stuff to do in here. We've noticed that many of the vendors are not accepting cash, so you'll want to make sure to have a credit card or an electronic way to pay.
Debit card, credit card, gift card,
Yep.
some kind of card.
Yep. No show today at Echo Hollow. It looks like the next shows maybe during the Southern Gospel Picnic. Looks like there's some shows starting in August. You can see the cast member behind me on the train sanitizing.
They can't really see, but trust us, it's happening.
Okay.
He's spraying windows and all sorts of things.
So it's getting clean before they allow the next group on. You can see the line looks very long because they're making group members all stand, 6 feet from the next group behind them. So anyway, we're gonna see how long the line is for the flooded mine because that's when we always love to ride.
You seem like you're out of breath a little bit.
Well, we've been hiking up a hill and I'm breathing through a mask, so a little bit, yeah.
So you're getting a little warmer out too, huh?
Yeah, it is.
I said he was spraying windows. I can't believe I said windows.
No, I was wondering about that. I was like, what windows is he talking about? I think there may be a front window at the very front of the
Yeah, I didn't mean windows. I meant, I don't know what I meant.
seats. I don't know.
There's no windows on the train. Everybody knows that. But you never know, Amy. They're putting that plexiglass everywhere. I wondered, actually, in the back of my mind, if they plexiglassed the train up.
Okay, but no, that did not happen. So it looks like there is a line here for the flooded mine. Again, you know, spacing everybody out. It looks, everything's a lot longer. When there's this few people in the park, we're used to walking right on. But, you know, this is one reason they have limited capacity is it takes longer to get on the rides now.
Are you thinking you want to wait?
We don't have to. You don't want to?
I don't think so.
Okay.
We've ridden this thing a lot.
That's true, and we know what's going to happen. They're going to do one boat per family, right?
I would imagine. Hey, here's they're stuck down there. See how much the backup is?
Oh yeah.
And so I'm guessing they are sanitizing between each.
Oh yeah, that's probably taking.
And I wonder
while.
if they're letting you use the guns. I don't know. I see a gun sitting there.
That's true. They might have to sanitize each gun, which would be time consuming. So yeah.
We don't need to do it.
All right. Well, we can go see if Half Dollar Holler is open.
You want to go play at Half Dollar Holler?
I don't want to play, but I'll look.
Oh, okay. So, yep, they have closed rows. Carousel's going. Closed rows on the train. So, it's actually taking quite a bit more time for these rides than maybe I thought there would be.
Yeah, it is taking a while. Now, of course, you don't have as many people waiting in line as you do on a normal summer day, but it is taking a while to get everybody sanitized and space everybody out. And so I'd say it's a great time to come right now if you just want to walk the park and kind of like what we're doing today, you know, maybe see some shows in the outdoor theaters. If you're wanting to ride rides, though, probably need to expect to wait.
And Half Dollar Holler's closed.
Yep, the carousel's open.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay, so Grandfather's Mansion is also currently closed. You can see behind me. And boy, hiking up these hills in this heat with a mask is not an easy task.
But the good news is that there's a lot of people that have very healthy chins.
Yeah, wearing their masks around their chin. They do tend to work themselves down, work their way down on your face.
How convenient. So what's that, Amy?
That's your dad's sign that he got when he worked here.
25 years.
25 years, he got his own sign. So Burton's Ice Cream.
So they do that with employees. After you are here a certain amount of time, you get kind of these covert signs saying,
around the park.
Yep, hung up. Off to Thunderation and Time Traveler, right?
Yep, we'll see what's up with those.
How are you all doing today?
Great, how are you doing? Hey, Amy, we were just walking across the bridge, you know, where the horses go across, and we noticed something different as we were walking.
They replaced the floor of the bridge. It used to be more
bumpy,
like cobblestone or something, and now it's these flat planks. Probably easier for people to navigate with wheelchairs and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And strollers. And
we just met a nice young man from, what do you say, Iowa?
Iowa.
Asking about how to be a YouTuber, and so we were giving him a little bit of some tips. We're still trying to figure it out, though, aren't we?
Yeah, we are. So, oh, by the way, give us a thumbs up and subscribe.
Oh, that would be awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, we're trying to build our subscriber base.
And every time we upload, you don't want to miss one of our amazing videos.
Yes, especially if you love, well, travel in general, but specifically Branson and cruising are kind of our two focuses of travel, although we do some you know, random things here and there.
Yeah, we can't cruise right now at all, and that's really making me sad.
Yeah, it is. In fact, actually, we are supposed to be getting back today from our 25-year anniversary European cruise, 14-day European cruise. We were supposed to go to Paris and Amsterdam, and all these things.
Man.
But instead, we get to be here at Silver Dollar City. So.
But you know what's cool, though?
What's that?
Now we're not getting off of the cruise and being sad that it's over. Now we can still look forward to it.
Now we have it to look forward to, maybe next year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So here we are at Thunderation and Time Traveler. So Time Traveler's open. I see the cars.
Yep.
Thunderation looks to be open as well.
Yep. So there you go. Some fun coasters. So really the only coaster that was closed today was Wildfire, I think.
Yeah, and we have a theory
We have a theory, now this may or may not be correct, but we think it might be that it is too hard to wipe down those restraints, because those are the ones that go over your shoulders and you have so much more to wipe down. We feel like it would just be too time consuming.
Speaking of time consuming, I think Time Traveler has those restraints too. In fact, here's the car,
you are
look.
Right.
Yeah, here's the car. So it does have at least a similar kind of restraint. I don't know that maybe they don't touch your shoulders as much.
Yeah,
it's
I
pretty
think
much
these are a little
just
bit
this
easier.
right here.
It's more of a lap bar within just a bar. So I don't know if that theory is correct, but that was me giving it a guess at why it might be closed. So.
And who knows? It might be open right now, but it's on the other side of the park. We're not going back.
We're pretty hot from navigating these hills.
Don't let me bother you.
I'm just arrested. Number one job of a day.
Arrestin', get it?
He's arresting.
That's what the sheriff does. He's arresting. Oh, deputy. Oh, he's only deputy.
Don't say only, that's rude.
Okay. And that's what he's doing. He's arresting. Get it?
Well, yeah, I got it like 20
Long
minutes
time
ago.
Well, John can't take it anymore, so we're headed home.
It's so hot.
It is very
And I'm
hot
carrying all this
today.
gear and I can't breathe.
Yes, so we are on our way out. We hope you enjoyed following along and seeing what's new, what's different this year at Silver Dollar City. Their 60th anniversary. Congratulations to Silver Dollar City. Thanks for watching. Safe travels, everyone.
Hey, Amy, we saw lots of people, a lot of friends and fans, right?
We did. Please feel free to come up anytime you see us. We'd love to say hi.
Let's go to the car.
Let's go to the car. An AC.
Oh, you
thank
do. Do you want to be on the video? Sure. Say hi.
Hi, what's your name?
Christiana,
All right, and where are you from?
Marion, Iowa.
I'm from Iowa. You're the second person we've met today from Iowa. Awesome. Well, we hope you enjoy your day. Oh, good. Well, thank you so much.
Awesome.
Your videos about history, what's going on.
Yeah. So this is our first visit to Silver Dollar City, and we're going to be posting this video later on today, hopefully.
Yeah, you guys will be able to see this tonight.
You guys will be on it. All right, guys,
Thank
enjoy
you.
your visit.
Bye-bye. So, there you have it. That's how it works, Amy. You come up, you say hi, say, how you doing?
Yep, and maybe be on a TPF video.
That is everybody's dream. Oh, it's cool in here. So Amy, it's about 1:30 and the line to get in there was no line to get in.
Right, so maybe it's just in the morning if you're coming right as it's opening. Looks like they're promoting walking to your vehicle instead of riding the trams.
We always do this, almost always.
Yeah, to cut down on the line. So it's a 5-minute walk to parking lot 2, a 9-minute walk to parking lot 3. And we almost always walk just because we find we can do it faster than waiting.
A whole lot faster than waiting for the tram.
Unless you end up in parking lot 5 or something, then you may want to take a tram or a bus. But otherwise, we usually walk it.
Let's walk. We're outside of the gates, Amy.
We can breathe.
We can.
Really.
Whoa, how do we get out of here? This way, I guess.
I guess we just go around.